Hey guys, today I'm going to do a tutorial that demonstrates how to model exhaust pipes in Zmodeler2. Okay, so you got it open. What you're going to do is create a torus. I prefer using the side views, so I'm going to use this one. I guess what you want to do is make it as big as you think it should be. Really doesn't matter. And then click, and then make it about this big around. This first one's going to be a turnout pipe. So how it's going to go, because this winds up deleting a lot of polygons, I'm going to do 80 cross circles and 40 parallel circles. So it's going to be very high poly, probably. Next, what you do, go into vertices mode, select quad, and delete 3/4 of this torus. Not used to that being over there. And then go back to object mode, modify, rotate, open up this drop down menu and disable base to pivot. Disable selected mode. Press spacebar if you feel like it. Hold shift and click on it. Rotate it 45 degrees. Go back into vertices mode. Quads. Delete 1/2. Now keep it rotated like this because it's going to go back normal afterwards. Next thing you're going to do is make a box. This is for reference because you're going to be using freeform deformer to create an angle. It doesn't matter what size it is as long as it's a straight line. Modify, rotate. Again, keep base to pivot checked off. By the way, when you're rotating this, make sure both X and Y are activated. Hold shift again, click 45 degrees. Move this so the line touches the bottom portion of this line. As perfect as you can get it. You can never be too precise. Next thing you're going to do is go into vertices mode again. Click on this again. Select these vertices here. Note that they're in a straight line vertically. It has to be. Click FFD in this, and then click this box. Drop down menu. Step X 2, step Y 2, and step Z 2. Click selective mode, and just click. Deselect by using Shift and D, I think. Then go back to object mode. Go to this view so you can see it. This is your FFD node. Go into manipulator mode and click it. You can notice these 4 points. Select quad again. Select this top point. Go into modify, move, and disable X so that you can move the mouse in any direction and it'll only go across. This method helps create a 45-degree angle without having to rotate it. If you rotate it, your proportions will be off. So this is why you have to do it this way. Scaling only makes it harder. Deselect. And this is important. When you're using this FFD tool, make sure when you're done using it to delete the node. Now what you're going to do here, you got your first, this is your first. On to the second. What you're going to do is keep base to pivot checked off. Make sure both these axes are on. Hold shift and press. Click. Now, hang on a second. This is going to be different for each of you, depending on if you're using my values or your own. Divide the number of cross circles you've used. I used 80. I don't know. There's 360 degrees in a full turn. So, divide 360 by the number of cross circles you used. In this case, mine is 80. So I have to rotate it for each of these 4.5 degrees. So hold shift down, 4.5. Now you've got this line now. Don't do FFD yet because you're not finished. Next you have to take this reference box and rotate it the same amount as you just previously did, but backwards. So negative 4.5 degrees. Now it's out of place now. If you want to make this easier, you can also move the pivot point onto that spot so that it'll always keep on this spot. But before we move this, move that into place. You're going to do the same thing again. FFD. Click manipulator mode. Disable Y. And move it into the right place, just along this line. Important thing here, make sure you have both X and Y on, or else it'll rotate in a different direction. Do it again. Do this again. Now it's in this. Now with my pivot point here, this means it's going to rotate along this part no matter what. It saves you time. Select again. FFD. I'm going to repeat this step a couple of times so you can get the hang of it. But I'm not going to do it for each of these because it's going to take too much time. Once again, rotate. This actually happens to me a lot, so don't feel alone. Oh. Only this line.